Solving systems of equations from word problems. Alright, so our directions say select the best method and solve for each system of equations. Please make sure that you have your notes, your checklist right next to you so we can make sure to follow them as we're going through our process here. Okay, so our checklist, step 1 says read once and identify question. So let's do that. Benji and Joelle are raising money for their class trip by selling gift wrapping paper. Benji raises $39 by selling 5 rolls of red wrapping paper and 2 rolls of foil wrapping paper. Joelle raises $57 by selling 3 rolls of red wrapping paper and 6 rolls of foil wrapping paper. For how much are Benji and Joelle selling each roll of red and foil wrapping paper? So we've read it. Now we need to identify the question. So how much is asking us about money? Are Benji and Joelle, so there's 2 situations going on, selling each roll of red and foil wrapping paper. So by the end, we need to know red equals how much money, and we need to know foil equals how much money. Step number 2 says to set up our T-chart. So each situation that we have going on for Benji and Joelle is different. So let's go ahead and put those 2 down. And then step 3 says add info to each side. So let's take a look. Benji raises $39. So that's his total. So 39 raised. That's what he got raised. And he sold 5 rolls of red. So 5 red. And he sold 2 rolls of foil wrapping paper. Okay. Then Joelle raises 57, total. 57 raised. Okay. And then he sold 3 rolls of red. 3 red. And 6 rolls of foil wrapping paper. Okay, so we have our info on each side. We can see that there's 2 situations going on. They don't give us the cost of the red or the foil, so it looks like we're going to have 2 separate variables. Okay, we already know our question. Our goal here is to find the red and to find the foil. So step number 4 says to write equations and label our variables. So we've kind of established what our question is here with the red and the foil. So we can say R for red, F for foil. Those will be our variables. Remember, this is the same as X and Y if it was on a graph, guys. You can use X and Y if you want. You just have to remember which one is which. But maybe it'll be easier if we just use R for red and F for foil. So let's try that as we write our equations. So we're going to write our equations under each of the sides, and we're going to think about what is going on in this situation. So if we look at our question again, looking over here, Benji raised $39, so that's his total. So whatever we decide to set up, it's going to equal the $39 because that's our total once again. He did that by selling 5 red and 2 foil. So whatever the cost is of the red, we don't know. So 5 times R, whatever it cost, plus 2 times F, whatever that one costs, is going to equal the $39. Now, we can't figure out just by looking at Benji's because we have 2 variables. We can only solve and get an actual numerical value when we have 1 variable. So we need to set up our system here. Joel had a different amount that he raised, and he had a little bit different selling points. So let's look. Total for him, he raised 57. For red, he sold 3. And for foil, which we add, he sold 6. So now I have my 2 equations, and I just want to show y'all this too. This is in standard form. If we had written it 5x plus 2y equals 39, this is where standard form comes from, you guys. It's from real world situations like this. Okay? So now that we have our 2 equations and we are all set up, you have a choice. Over here it says select the best method. You can graph these 2 equations, set them y equal. You can create a table and see what works out for each one. You can do our substitution method and figure out the price for each one. And this time, where the points cross, if let's say you're doing a graph, okay, if red is x and foil is y, wherever the 2 lines meet, okay, that point, your x value is your red, and your y value is going to be the foil. So when you get your ordered pair, just making it up, this is not the answer, let's say 4, 7, you know that this is x and this is y. This stands for red and this stands for foil. So when we come to over here to answer our question, you're going to say red is equal to $4 each and foil is equal to $7 each. You need to make sure that you answer that question. Okay? So your step 5 is pick your method. Of all the different ways that we've learned, pick your favorite. And step 6 is answer the question. So that's this part. Make sure that you actually go back and label the red equals $4, foil equals $7. If you want a lesson on substitution or graphing, go check out some of my other videos.